Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today's Thursday, February 19th. Coming up on Cullman Today, Cullman police say an area-wide stolen vehicle alert out of Decatur led to a late-night I-65 chase. Plus, Cullman City Schools honored standout staff and student artists Tuesday night. And Cullman's Tree Commission is gearing up for Arbor Day and Tree City USA ceremonies. All this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Cullman police say an I-65 pursuit Tuesday night ended with a suspect in custody and 16 stolen firearms recovered. Around 10:52 p.m. on February 17th, CPD dispatch received a bolo from Decatur police for a stolen 2001 red Toyota Solera, believed to have been used in a pawn shop burglary in Decatur, where firearms and a large amount of ammunition were taken. Officers began checking the I-65 corridor. About 5 minutes later, Officer Joshua Spink spotted a vehicle matching the description at a Highway 157 gas station near exit 310. Police say the tag confirmed it was the stolen car, and when Spinks attempted a traffic stop as it merged onto I-65 southbound, the driver took off. The chase continued south until near mile marker 297, where police say the driver stopped, jumped out, and ran into the woods. CPD, along with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office and ALEA troopers, searched the area and arrested Colton McCoy Tubbs of Oakman without incident. Tubbs is charged with first-degree receiving stolen property and felony attempting to elude. More charges are expected. The Cullman City Board of Education met Tuesday, February 18th at East Elementary School and opened the meeting by recognizing standout employees and students. Lexi Collins, a paraprofessional working with special education students, was honored for her impact in her first year at East. The board also recognized veteran teacher Ms. Falk, who has served at East since 1990 and now works in reading, math, and intervention. Students Jesse and Kaylee Tanner were celebrated for artwork featured in the 2026 State Superintendent's Visual Arts exhibit. Jesse earned second place in the third and fourth grade two-dimensional division, and Kaylee was named Best of Show in the elementary acrylic division. The board also reviewed the December 2025 financial report, reporting a $13.9 million fund balance and about 4 months of reserves. December sales tax was up 6%, while January and February are trending lower. The next meeting is Tuesday, March 17th at 5 p.m. at the central office. The Cullman Tree Commission met Tuesday, February 17th at Cullman City Hall with all members present. Chairman Barry Slatton welcomed Leanne West back as recorder and introduced two new members, Rob Warner and Trey Tidwell. City arborist Shane Bivens reported recent removals of several dead trees and said the department continues responding to resident calls and concerns. Commission members reviewed the 2025 Festival of Trees and discussed ways to build on the event this year. They also discussed the Arbor Day poster contest. Because snow days disrupted school schedules, judging is now set for February 24th with the awards ceremony postponed. Slatton announced the Arbor Day celebration and Tree City USA dedication will be Friday, February 27th at 10 a.m. in front of City Hall, moving indoors if weather is bad. The commission also promoted the native tree sale on Saturday, February 21st from 9 a.m. to noon at the North Alabama Agriplex, where the commission will host a potting station. The next meeting is April 21st at 10 a.m. at City Hall. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, it's elimination time at the Northwest Regionals. Local teams battling for Elite Eight spots with season-defining moments on every possession. Sports is next. Welcome back. Holly Pond opened day 2 at the Northwest Regionals yesterday, but ended their season as the Lady Broncos fell to number 2 Mars Hill 68-38 in a 9 a.m. Sweet 16 matchup with a trip to the Elite Eight on the line. Holly Pond got down early and couldn't close the gap, trailing 16-7 after the first quarter and 34-19 at the half. The Lady Broncos found offense in stretches, especially in the second quarter, but could never put together the sustained run they needed. Ava Thomas led Holly Pond with 14 points and 6 rebounds, and Maggie Nail added 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Holly Pond finishes its season 13-15. Vinemont came up just short of the Elite Eight, falling to defending 3A state champ Lauderdale County 47-45. The Lady Eagles dug an early hole, trailing 17-6 after 1, but answered with a huge run to take a 26-20 lead into halftime. The teams traded momentum in the second half, and Vinemont had chances late, but couldn't get the final shot to drop. Reagan Robinson led the Lady Eagles with 19 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 9 steals. Addison Holcomb added 9 points and 10 rebounds. Vinemont's season ends after an area title run. For more highlights from the Northwest Regional Tournament, check CullmanTribune.com or the Cullman Tribune Facebook page. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, Empty Bowls served up chili, music, and handmade pottery Monday night, raising money for Cullman Caring for Kids, plus the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. First United Methodist Church hosted the 21st annual benefit dinner for the Cullman Caring for Kids Food Bank on Monday, February 16th. From 4 to 6:30 p.m., a steady crowd enjoyed chili from Two Guys' famous gourmet chili and grilled cheese sandwiches while raising support for local families in need. The event brought together volunteers and community partners, including the Cullman Lions Club, Tim Creel and WKUL Radio 92.1's Ron Mosley Jr., who introduced live music throughout the evening. Guests also took home empty bowls, handmade by local potters, meant as a reminder of hunger and a showcase of Cullman area talent. Girl Gathered is a Cullman-based social club founded by Savannah Mahaffey to help women build friendships and try new experiences. Mahaffey says the idea grew out of a walking group she joined while living out of state, and she brought that same sense of connection back home to Cullman. Originally focused on women in their 20s and 30s, Girl Gathered has now expanded to welcome women of all ages looking for community. The group hosts a range of meetups and classes, from self-defense with Gracie Barra to a wealth-building workshop and a paint night with Wasada Chop House in Cullman. Mahaffey says participation has grown steadily, and upcoming events include a March trip to Huntsville and an April spring picnic. Terri Pines is inviting women of all ages to its monthly Ladies Mahjong Night on Thursday, February 19th at 6 p.m. at the Veranda. Organizers Lindsay Eskew says the event started after members asked to learn the game, and it has grown into a beginner-friendly monthly gathering. Each session costs $30 per person and includes a buffet-style dinner that changes each month. Players can sign up as a full table or as individuals, and organizers pair newcomers with more experienced players. Beginners are welcome to first watch, then jump in as they get comfortable with the rules. SQ says Mahjong Night has helped build community for women at Terri Pines, with players ranging from their 20s to their 60s. For registration, contact Terri Pines. Max is a 4-year-old German Shepherd with medium energy and a presence that immediately puts you at ease. He's the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Max respects your personal space and carries himself with quiet confidence. When you offer him a treat, he will ever so gently take it from your hand, a small gesture that says so much about his temperament. His adoption fee has been reduced to just $35. He's already neutered, which makes this an incredible opportunity, but is not indicative of his worth. Max is priceless in heart and character. His fee helps cover vaccinations, microchipping, routine veterinary care, and the many unseen costs that go into preparing animals like Max for safe and healthy transitions into forever homes. Visit the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Contact the shelter at 256-734-5448 or Cullman Animal Shelter at co.cullman.al.us. If Max happens to be adopted by the time you call or visit, please take a moment to meet the many other dogs waiting for their forever homes. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead. I'll be right back after this quick message. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today will stay mostly cloudy with a high near 76. You'll notice a south-southwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour with a few gusts up to 25. Tonight, rain chances ramp up fast, a chance of showers early, then widespread rain late, with a thunderstorm possible around and after midnight. Low near 58, and it stays a bit breezy. Friday looks a little quieter, just a small 20% chance of a shower, partly sunny, and a high near 74. Friday night, though, rain returns. Showers possible in the evening, then storms and likely rain after midnight. Low around 51. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.